So you get these studies that have survived to this point. They've got actually published, albeit perhaps with some spin or misrepresentation. They then get, when they get out there, there'll be some sort of, in some abstracts and things, there'll be this process of what they call spin or mile-spin, which are studies where the abstract actually misrepresents what's in the study, even though the body of the text doesn't. But then there's citation bias. So there is the size of these circles in this final thing represent how frequently these studies were cited in the subsequent literature. So you can see, start to feel quite sorry for these little red studies, because every time you're red, and you have a null result, first of all, you don't get published. Then if you do get published, your outcome gets switched or spun. But then even if you make it to this point, what happens is nobody cites you. So your null results disappear pretty well comprehensively from the literature. It's a very dramatic demonstration of the problem that we have in many areas of science. We are deluding ourselves, and we are creating these fake facts, and it's really, or this canonization of fake facts that Bergstrom and colleagues talk about. And then this bias gets propagated through the literature, because if I read a peer-reviewed paper, I tend to think, I read the introduction, I think, well, the citations this person cites backing up their argument are probably okay. It depends who's written the paper, of course. But then what do you do if you're writing your own paper in that area? You will be influenced by what other people have written. If you're a good scientist, you will read the papers that you're citing, but increasingly we're all terribly busy and we just rely on what somebody else said was in that paper. So you can inherit a whole sort of sense of the literature, which is very distorted. And if people only cite materials that agree with a particular viewpoint, you get this same process where a wrong viewpoint gets entrenched.